am Francisco Ruiz, the author of PassLok Privacy App, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the steganographic functions of PassLok in order to hide encrypted or other messages that you may have generated. Here's the essential problem. Let's say that I have a good key, like I'll eat 42 bananas. Let me show you what it is. And I have a secret message that I want to encrypt. I lock it and I'm ready to send this out. The problem is if I send this out, this screams encrypted. So is there a way that I can send this without it looking like it's encrypted? Sure enough, you can come here, hit the More button, and then you have access to these row of buttons here at the bottom, which are the hiding functions. There is 3 hiding functions. Words, which hides this message into words of a cover text. Spaces, which hides the message into the spaces of the cover text. And then cover, which allows you to display the current cover text or to change it. If I clear this box and I hit cover, it will display the current cover text. The default cover text is part of the GNU 3.0 license. I can clear it again. If I come back here, I can get my message. And if I click words, look at what happens. It uses the words from the cover text to replace each one of the characters. And I can send it. And when the recipient gets this, provided he or she has the same cover text, he can get any of these buttons and retrieve the original message, which, as you can see, decrypts to the original secret message. It works. Let's say, though, that I want to try the other method, spaces. Spaces, what we'll do is hide the message in the spaces between the words. Some of the spaces are single, some of them become double spaces. So each one of the characters is encoded in binary. Sometimes you're going to need to use the cover text multiple times. In this particular case, you needed to use it 5 times. So that's why you get this warning. If this is too much, you may want to use a longer cover message. So here it is, and when the recipient gets this, he or she only needs to put it here, click this or that button, and then the original message is retrieved. This only works for PassLok strings, that is base 62 characters plus some very few special characters. It will not take spaces. If you add a space, it will not take it. You see, it's illegal. This is to protect you, so you don't feel tempted to use it for encrypting, so-called encrypting a message that will not be encrypted at all. In spaces, you do not need to have the same cover text, the recipient and the sender. Now, let's say that you want to use a cover text different from this one. For instance, the very same thing, but in Arabic. How do you change it? Well, let's say, for instance, you want to use the same one. So display the cover, you copy it, then you go to some translation program. I have opened Google Translate, and in fact, I have already done it for you and translated into Arabic, which now I'm going to copy. And now I'm coming back to here, and I'm going to paste it. If now I click cover, the cover text has changed. I can display it by clicking cover. Okay, so now I can get my message, and if I click words or spaces, the message will be encoded using the new words. In this particular case, it is some sort of gibberish Arabic, which I cannot read, but you still get the same message, which can be unlocked. Or if you want, you can hide it in the spaces. In the spaces, it works just as well, and I hope that somebody who can read Arabic can still read this. Only the spaces are a little bit irregular and that's where the message is encoded. And as you can see, it still unlocks fine. You can use just about any language, including Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, and you can hide your messages using this. If it turns out that something that bugs you is that you always have the same tags, which at the beginning and the end, which gives rise to the same words at the beginning and the end, you have the option when you come back here to let's unlock it, to lock and unlock with the no tags option, in which case you won't have the tags and it's not going to repeat those words. So thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy PassLok version 1.5.